All right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our webinar. We're going to go ahead and get started since it's 1 o'clock here. I still see a few people are jumping on, but I want to make the most of our time today. We have a lot to cover. So let's go ahead and get started. My name is Laura. I'm a part of our CRM marketing team at Zoho, and I'm really excited to be here and talk about all the ways you can integrate your email inside Zoho CRM. So there's some really cool features, and we're going to spend most of our time in the product. We have a few slides, so just hang with us. Before we jump into the content, I want to take care of a few housekeeping items. This webinar is being recorded, so we'll provide a recorded link after the presentation. And then I also have a few colleagues from our customer support team online who are going to help answer any questions that you have throughout the presentation. So feel free to ask those questions in the comment box there on your screen, and we'll make sure that you get answers to those questions. Also, throughout the webinar, if you have any feedback or you like what you see, feel free to share it on social media. You can tweet us by tagging our handle at Zoho, or you can tag us at hashtag Zoho CRM. So we love to see feedback from our participants. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. But before getting into the details of how to integrate your mailbox with CRM and the various benefits of having your email inside your CRM, let's answer the question, why should you bring your emails inside CRM? I'm sure most of us have had that question at one time or another. And so you can have both your email inbox and your CRM, but when you combine both, you're going to save a lot of time. And a shocking statistic is that 80% of sales need about 5 follow-ups for them to close. Now, of course, that depends on your own sales process, but in general, a closed deal needs at least 5 follow-ups with your customer. So if that's the case, wouldn't you want to make sure that you're following up on potential business and you're not losing out on potential business by losing track of who you're following up with? And so that's one of the benefits of integrating your email with your CRM system. And email is still one of the most important ways to communicate with your customers. Think of all the emails that you receive on a daily basis. I know I receive tons of survey requests, newsletters, and marketing campaigns galore. Every store that I've ever been in sends me an email message almost every day, it feels like. But perhaps from a business side too, you're sending out, you're confirming demo requests, you're sending feedback forms, or you're sending your customers an invoice to try and get payment on that service that they ordered from you. So that's a lot of time spent in your inbox. And so you can spend a ton of time in your inbox, or you can spend time in your CRM where all your sales processes are operating. And when your email is integrated with your CRM, you're able to find the information on your leads, your contacts, notes, your tasks, and so on. So you can choose to either jump back and forth between your mail app and your CRM, or you can opt to have them both in the same place. So we're going to show you some benefits to having them integrated, and then we're going to look at how you actually set that up. So with integrating your CRM, you don't want to have to choose, kind of like we mentioned, your email or your CRM. You don't want to have to spend time searching for those emails. If you're in your email client and you're not logging your emails with your contact records or your lead records, you're going to spend a lot of time searching for that last communication that you had with that potential client. You might even forget to follow up with them, and it might just drop off and you might lose out on a potential sale. So obviously the solution for this is to bring your emails inside CRM so you don't miss out on the benefits of having the benefits of having them both integrated and in sync. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about how the different ways that you can integrate your email inside Zoho CRM. Zoho CRM lets you choose different ways to get this integration done. You can choose either POP or IMAP protocols. If the security setting in your company doesn't allow integrations, then you can always opt for the BCC Dropbox. And I'll explain more what that specific feature is in detail here in just a second. Or if you're an avid Outlook user, then we have a plugin for you that you can use with Outlook, and so that it brings CRM context inside your Outlook mail client. So now that we have the different ways that we can integrate, let's take a deeper look at the differences in POP and IMAP settings and how they work in your CRM. So both settings are going to bring your emails into your CRM. With POP, the POP protocol, it's a one-way communication. So think of it as your emails aren't going to be synced across devices, whereas IMAP is a two-way communication, so that if you read or delete an email on one device, it syncs it on all of your other devices that you're using that email. With POP, if you create a folder in one account, you'll also have to recreate that folder in your other accounts on your other devices if you're accessing your emails on multiple devices. So using IMAP as a two-way sync, and when you read or you delete an email, it's going to mark it as read or delete it across all of your devices. All right, so that's the main difference between POP and IMAP protocols. You can set both of them up in Zoho CRM. It just depends on what your organization preferences are and your security settings. So with that, let's go over to the product and let's go ahead and take a look at how and where all of these settings are and where you can find those settings. So once you log into CRM, you're going to go over to the right-hand corner and you're going to click on the Setup option. And when you click on Setup, it's going to give you several options. And email settings are located under the General section. So if you click on Email Settings, you're going to immediately get a notification and it's going to ask you what type of email integration do you want to set up. So if you've already set up emails in your system, it's going to show you existing integrations here at the top. There's also popular IMAP integrations, so if you're wanting to set up a Gmail or a Yahoo account, you can just click this and it's going to pull in your settings and your server settings automatically. Or you can choose to do a custom email integration through a POP account or an IMAP account here as well. So you want to choose the plugin or the option that best fits your email client. So we're just going to choose for an example today, we'll choose Gmail for right now. And you can see that I've plugged in my Gmail account information. It automatically pulls in the server name, and you can change the settings based on what you need for your specific organization. And then you can choose your different email sharing permissions. So by keeping all your emails private, it's not going to share them with the rest of the company in the CRM. If you want to share them with everyone, then other users in your organization would be able to see that you've contacted an account or a client or a lead. This would be important if you have multiple people working on the same lead or the same account, and you want to see who the last person was that had interacted with that customer, and so you'd want to make those emails public. Or you can do it based on custom record level sharing, and then you can choose which customer emails to share with other users in your organization. So once you have all that set up, you can click on Save, and it will authenticate your account, and then you'll be able to set that account up. Now, let's talk a little bit about the BCC Dropbox feature. Here on the top, we'll click on the BCC Dropbox tab. BCC Dropbox is going to let you enter your email information, and then Zoho will generate a custom email address that you can copy in the BCC field when you send an email. So when you copy that email address, what happens is Zoho CRM will add a copy of that email to the recipient's customer record. So the CRM is going to search for the recipient's email address in your contacts or your leads module, and if there is a matching record, it will attach that email to that contact or lead record. If there are no matching records, then you can choose what you want to have happen. So either the system can automatically create a new lead or a contact record and then associate the email to it, or you can skip creating any new records altogether. And so to change that setting, you can edit the search pattern link. And so down here under the search pattern, if you click on edit search pattern, you can choose the way Zoho CRM is going to search for the email address that you're sending the email to. So you can search recipients, email address only in the contacts module. You can do it in contacts and leads, or only in the leads module. And then you can choose what you want to have happen. Do you want to create a new lead? Do you want to create a new contact? Or don't create any new records if that email address doesn't already exist in your CRM. So that's a little bit how the BCC Dropbox feature works. And you would have to generate your email address, your custom email address. And then, for example, if you don't want to log, like, let's say, internal communications within your organization in your CRM, and you want to exclude those domains, you could just type in the domains that you want to exclude, and that way it would not continue creating new records for every time, or log all of your internal communication and all of your emails that you send to your colleagues. Now, Email Insights is going to be where you turn on or off the ability to view which emails have been opened, like when the recipient clicked on an email, or view or the ability to access your email template analytics reports. So by turning on your Email Insights, you'll be able to use the advanced search filters to search for email status, and I'll show you that in detail here in just a second. So, like, for example, if you wanted to find all of your leads who have an email that hasn't been opened, you could search for them, but you just need to make sure that your Email Insights setting is turned on. And this also allows you to see when you send an email to a lead or a contact, and you go to their contact record and you have that list of emails that are associated with their record, it'll show you if they've opened it or if they've clicked on it, and then you can run reports based on that information. So you can turn that setting on or off here. And then your organization emails are going to be where you can add commonly used emails for your various departments within your organization. So this is going to allow you to choose who you send the email from, and then a reply to email address when you send that email. So, for example, if you're sending a welcome email to everyone who signs up for your service, you might want to use a personal email address, but then you want the reply to address maybe to go to your support account, so that someone on your support team can follow up with that person if they have questions about setting up their account. So you can set up these email addresses, and what that is going to allow you to do. Let me just verify this email address real quick so we can show you. So when you enter your email, you can click on, it's going to send an email with a little code, and then you can confirm that email address, set it up in your CRM. That way when you go to, let's say, your leads module, and we select a list of leads that we want to send an email to, and I click on send email, I can choose the template that I want to send, and then I can add a from address, or I can add the reply to address. So I can send it from my email or from my organization emails that I just set up. So we're going to send it from Amelia's, and then the reply to, we want it to go to the support email. So then I can click on send, and then when they reply, it's going to go to support. So that is a little bit about that. All right, let's go back to our slides. And let's talk about related lists here. So related lists, when you go into your contact record in your CRM and you have a deal that's associated with a contact record, let's say that's $10,000, you also find that the deal is going to be closed within a week or two, like the close date's within a week or two, but you have really no idea if someone else in your organization has tried contacting that person any time recently. And so you want to check your emails to find that out. Instead of having to go around to all of your colleagues and say, hey, did you contact so-and-so? Can you forward me that email that you sent to them? When you bring your emails into CRM, you have related list views of all the emails that you and your colleagues have sent to that specific contact, so you can sort and filter that way. And that way it keeps your team updated with all the conversations that you're having within the organization. So with the related list of emails, you'll find that they're hasn't been any recent conversations with that specific customer, so you don't have to go back to your mailbox, draft an email, and send it. You can just send your emails from your CRM and then not have to switch tabs. So let's go back to our demo here. So let's go to our, let's see what we've got here. Find a contact record here. We'll look at James. And as you can see over here on the left-hand side, these are going to be your related lists. So if I click on my email section, it's going to take me to my email section, except, there we go. I can filter out emails sent from my CRM, or I can filter out emails sent from a specific user. So if I click on emails, all emails sent from my CRM, this is going to pull in all the emails from my colleagues, and so I'll be able to see who the last person was that had contact with this specific person, this specific contact. Also, you'll notice we talked a little bit about email analytics. The status of that email is visible here on the right-hand side as well. And then, of course, you could always send that customer an email by clicking on send, and it pops up the mail client, and you're able to send an email to that specific contact. You can include a template, you can add a survey link, you can add pictures, it's up to you, attachments and things like that. All right, so we'll go back over here, and we'll go back to our slides. One of the newer features that we've just added to Zoho CRM is called Sales Signals. And so Sales Signals is a great way for you to be notified when one of your leads or one of your contacts engages with your email. So for example, let's say that you send a customer an email and you have no idea if they've opened it, when they've opened it, if they viewed it, if they've clicked on it, what they've done with that. But wouldn't it be great if, as soon as they receive that email, as soon as that customer opens that email, you get a notification in real time that tells you, hey, this customer just opened your email. That way you could quickly follow up with them because you know that they're engaged with your organization. So with Sales Signals, it gives you real-time notifications, allows you to reply instantly, and then you can add follow-up notes and tasks right from that section. So inside the product, if you're using Sales Signals, those signals are going to be over here in the top right-hand corner. So you can see that we have this little bell, and we have 2 notifications that are waiting for us. If I click on that, it's going to show me that somebody clicked on my email, they opened my email, and if I click on that notification, it's going to give me the content of that email, and I can quickly reply right here from that Sales Signal section and respond to that customer and say, hey, do you have any questions regarding our product or our service or whatever your sales process is. Also, any emails that have been sent to the specific customer when you open up from Sales Signals are going to be visible here in the top right, so you can scroll on over and see all the emails that they've clicked or that they've opened in the past. So to find your Sales Signal settings, I see a couple questions how do we set that up? Sales Signals are going to be under Setup, and they're going to be under Personal Settings. So each individual user, if they have access to Sales Signals, your administrator does have to grant you access to Sales Signals, but once you do have access, they're going to be found under the Personal Settings. And your Personal Settings is also going to be where you set up your email signature here, and you can add your logo and things like that. And then Sales Signals is here on the right-hand side, and you can turn on or off the different settings or the different signals that you want to receive. So let's say that you did a survey campaign and you want to be notified every time someone sends a survey. You can turn that on if you've integrated with Zoho Survey, or if you want to just be notified anytime someone clicks an email or it bounces, you can also be notified there. I wouldn't suggest turning them all on at once because your notifications are going to get out of hand, but choose the ones that are going to be important for your turnaround time and your follow-up with your sales people. All right, so I think the next we're going to be looking at email insights. So knowing when your emails are opened, running reports on them to get insight on your emails that are going out. So with email analytics, there's no room for guesswork when you're sending hundreds of emails to leads, prospects, and contacts. So let's say that you send an email to your customer asking for his or her feedback and you don't receive a response. You can know if they open that email by just going to their contact record, and like I just showed you a minute ago on the right-hand side in the email related list of that contact record, you can see if that email was opened, delivered, or clicked, or if it bounced. All right, so now that you know the status of each email, why don't you filter your emails based on their specific status? So let's say that you've sent out a number of emails, you went to a trade show, you get a list of leads from that trade show, and you send an email out to everyone that's a lead from that trade show. But now you want to find out who from that set of emails did not open your email that you just sent. So with our advanced search filter, you're able to filter out based on email status. Now remember, in order to search for or search by email status, you do have to have that email analytics switch turned on under your settings tab. So I can search for all of my leads that I have not opened an email. So I'm going to click on not opened in the last 2 days, and then I can apply that filter, and so it's going to pull in all my lists, all my leads that have not opened an email within the last 2 days. But if I want to dive down deeper, and let's find the lead source was from a trade show, and so I can find here and filter it by my leads from a trade show who haven't opened an email in the last 2 days. I can apply that filter, and then we find out that only one person from that trade show has not opened our email. So from here I could follow up with her, I could set a task, I can send her an email directly, send her a survey, whatever I want to do. So you can continue drilling down and find the exact emails that you want to send, then send a mass email, send a mass, or assign like a mass task to one of your salespeople to follow up with them. All right, so we'll go back over here. And let's talk about your email analytics reports. So within Zoho CRM, you're able to run some reports to find out which of your emails are working the best. You're able to see open and click rates, and then you can adjust your email content based on this information. So these are important, and running the reports are also important. You can also run reports on your top 10 salespeople. So understanding who's sending the most emails, whose emails have been open, have the highest click rate, have the highest open rate, and then you could talk to that person, say what are you doing differently than everyone else, and provide some best practices for your sales team, and hopefully encourage and motivate your sales team to perform better and have higher performing emails as they're following up with their customers. So to access your email reports, we'll go under our reports module in Zoho CRM, and here you have your list of all the different default reports available in Zoho CRM. If you click on email reports, you'll see that there are different default reports already inside Zoho CRM. You can of course create your own report, or you can edit any of these reports. If we click on one, this is a template by open rate. So what it's doing is pulling in all of our email templates that we've set up inside Zoho CRM that our sales team uses, how many times it was sent, the open rate and the click rate, and all those status. You can also filter it based on type of module and if you want to filter it out by workflow emails or individual emails that have been sent by your individual sales reps or mass emails that have been sent as well. So you can dig down, you can change the date range, you can continue filtering it to get exactly what you're looking for. And then the next section is going to be your templates. So your email templates, we're going to look at how to set those templates up, and then template version analytics. So you can compare different versions of your template. Let's say you make different changes, and then that way you can see which ones are performing the best across your team and make changes to your email templates based on that information. Also, if you're sending bulk email templates or you're using it often and you're contacting your customers by sending out multiple emails, you want to see which ones are performing the best and then which ones are not performing. So you can look at these emails and make adjustments as well. So let's go back to our product and we'll go back to setup. And we're going to look at customization. So under template, email templates are found under the customization section. So if I click on templates, it's going to pull in all the email templates that I've already created in my CRM. If I want to create a new template, I can do that just by clicking on new template. I choose the module that I want this email template associated with. So what that means is if you are in a specific module, you would have access to this template. So if I create an email template for my leads module and then I try to send that template out of my contacts module, I'm not going to have access to it. So keep that in mind when you're creating new templates. So if we create one for our contacts module, we'll click on next. I can create the content. I can add a merge field. So let's say we want to include the first name. So I can do that. Then I can just type in my content. I wanted to follow up and see how the new service is going for you. Thanks, Amelia. And then I can save that template. I can include attachments if I want to. So if you have a product brochure or an image that you want to include on this template that goes out to every customer, you can do that as well. You can add links, other images. It's up to you what you want to include in that template. So once you've saved, I've got to name my template. Let's say we'll do follow-up email. And we'll click on save. Except the subject. Also have to have a subject. Check in and we'll click on save. And you can choose which folder you want to save it to. We'll put it in our public email template folder so that way everyone across our organization has access to it. So now I have my new email template that I just created. Once you've created a template and you've sent it out, you want to see how it's performing. If we choose one of the templates that we've already sent, it's going to pull in the content, and then you'll also know that there's an analytics tab or a button there on the top of the content, and if you click on that, it's going to show you your analytics for this specific email template. So I'm looking at the open rates for this specific template, and I can see open rates by day. If I click on click rate, it's going to show me the click rate. And then if I click on the version history, this is going to be where you can compare the different versions of your templates. So if you made changes to your templates and then you've sent them out again, you want to compare which one's performing better. This is going to be where you can look at those analytics. So over here on the comments, we can see that we've created the email template. It didn't have a very high click rate. Maybe there wasn't a link to click. Then we went back and we added a link for more information that was added to the email, and our click rate suddenly jumped to 63.6%. And then we edited the content, and we can see that we haven't sent any emails yet from the edited content, so we can't compare that one yet. Within the analytics, you can, go back here. You can sort, so you can have a percentage, you can have a count, so you can see exactly how many people are opening that specific email. You can filter out by version, so if you want to just see how many people opened an email from version 2 template, you can look at that as well. You can even filter out by date, so if you want to look at a quarter or a year and do some comparisons that way, you can do that as well. All right, so we're back to our slide deck. And we talked about analyzing your email templates already and how you can change the settings and make changes to your email templates through that. Now I want to take a look at one of our new features called Sales Inbox, and this is just a way that organizes your emails based on their priority from your CRM. Before we get into what Sales Inbox is and what the various features are, I do want to mention that Sales Inbox is available in the Enterprise, CRM Plus, and Ultimate editions. So if you don't have access to it and you're like, I don't know where to find it, that's probably the reason why. So you're more than welcome to contact one of our folks and ask them how you can get Sales Inbox in your account. So Sales Inbox is a spin on your current inbox, and your traditional mail inbox puts all your latest emails on the top. Sales Inbox is a little bit different. It's going to organize your emails based according to their priority. So your traditional mailbox looks like this. Your work email box doesn't really look any different than your traditional email box because it's not prioritizing it. But with Sales Inbox, it's going to look a little bit different. So on the left-hand side, you can see your email inbox that you're used to. On the right-hand side, you can see that your emails are categorized based on data from your CRM. And so you can see that there's a deals column, a column for your contacts and leads, a column for your emails that are not in your CRM. So when you receive an email from someone who's not a contact or a lead and you want to add them to your CRM, they're going to show up in this column. So you can quickly follow up, you can quickly add them to your CRM, and I'll show you this when we jump into our demo for here. Also with Sales Inbox, you can create custom filters based on data from your CRM. So it's giving CRM context to your emails. So for example, if you want to filter out any emails that you receive that have a deal in your CRM that's closing within this month, and you want to put those in a folder so that you know that these are a high priority email that you want to follow up with, you can create a custom filter. You can apply a label for that, and that way you're notified quickly and you can see all those emails in one folder. So along with creating custom filters based on the data from your CRM and your CRM fields, you're also able to view your contact information, any conversation threads, and then a timeline of activity from your inbox. So you're not having to jump from your inbox over to your CRM and switch back and forth between your tabs. So it's bringing CRM context into your email box. It's giving your salesperson more productivity because they're not having to go search for that contact. They're able to add tasks and notes right from the inbox. And like I mentioned before, if you receive an email from someone that's not in your CRM, maybe they're a new prospect, and you want to add them to your CRM, you can quickly just drag and drop them over to the contacts and leads section and then create a new lead or a new contact record inside your CRM, all from your inbox. You can also set up reminders to respond to emails. I know for a fact that there's tons of emails in my inbox that I have not set up reminders to reply to. And so this is a great feature for those big deals or for those customers that are important to you. If you want to be notified that you have not responded within a certain amount of time or a couple of days, This is going to automatically do that for you. It's going to send you a reminder, hey, you never followed up with Susie's email, and then you can go and follow up. It's going to keep you on top of your sales pipeline and help you close deals faster as you push them through your sales pipeline. So let's go ahead and we'll jump over to our sales inbox account. And sales inbox, if you have access to it, it's going to be up here in the top left-hand corner. So I'll click on that, and you'll see that our emails are organized by deals, contacts, or leads, not my CRM, and then emails from my colleagues. So if I had received an email from someone in my CRM who has a deal, it's going to show up in this column. Now you could create a custom filter, and if you only want to filter out emails that have a large deal and put them in a special folder, you can do that. You can also just drag and drop somebody that's not in your CRM over to the contacts and leads, and then you can automatically create a new lead with this information. And I can save that, and now it moves all those emails over to my contacts and leads. Now if I wanted to add a deal to a lead, let's say somebody emailed me and said, hey, we're ready to buy, or we're interested in purchasing from you, I can just drag that contact or lead over to the deals section, and I can create a new deal right from my inbox. So I can do that. I can name this, we'll say new website for a website development company. We're going to do a fast close, and then I can set my sales stage here, and I can click on save. So that's going to add that deal to my CRM, to this contact record, and then I can continue following up with them. Now if I open one of my emails here, it's going to expand the view. I'll be able to see all of the email history that I've had with this specific customer, and then you'll notice on the right hand side that my CRM information automatically pulls into this specific contact. So I can contact her, I can give her a quick phone call, I can send her another email. I can see the deals that are associated with her account. If I have any open activities, I could go ahead and schedule a new activity. So if I want to schedule a task that send her a birthday card, then I can click on save, and it's going to put that into that contact record in her CRM system. I can also make notes on her account. Those notes are logged both here and then in the CRM record as well. You'll also notice here on the top right hand that we have conversations and timeline. So timeline is just the history of engagement that you've had with the specific customer. So you can go back to the beginning of time. You can see when her lead was converted and into a deal, last time you've contacted her, emails that have been received, sent, when you called her, and all of that is going to be listed in the timeline. Your conversations are going to be a list of all of your conversations, whether that's through email, support cases, or social media conversations that you've had with that specific customer. Now if we go back to our sales inbox record and we click on compose an email. So let's just compose an email here, and we can just choose a template. We'll just say that we'll choose this one, and when I click save and send, you'll notice that there's an option to click add response watch at the top. And what that is, that's going to be the reminder if this person has not responded to my email within a couple of days or whatever time frame I choose, then I will be notified and I could follow up again with this person. So that's really important. If you're trying to close a deal and you're not getting a response, set a reminder for yourself so that you don't forget. So you could we can do it by minutes or hours or days. We'll say 1 day, and we'll say follow up on big deal, and we can create that response watch. So if I haven't heard back from this person within 1 day, I'm going to get a notification reminding myself to follow up with this person. You can also create advanced more filters, and kind of what I was talking about earlier, you can create filters based on your CRM data. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail here right now. We do have sales inbox specific webinars that go into more details, and I want to leave some time today for questions. So you can create custom filters. You can filter your criteria either from your mail criteria based on like sender or who it's to, or if it has something in the subject line, or you can filter it by your CRM data. So if you've created a custom field, or you want to filter by, let's say, deals that are over a certain amount, then you can create a filter based on your CRM data. And so if that email record matches that criteria in your CRM, it's going to put it in a specific folder, tag it, or notify you. You can also set up your notifications for yourself to reply to an email if you haven't sent a reply within a certain amount of time. You can do it hours, minutes, days as well. So that is a little bit on sales inbox. And we do have webinars, and I can include that link in the follow-up email when I send out the recorded version of today's presentation. All right, so that was a lot of information in one webinar. I hope it helped you understand the different ways that you can include email in your CRM. Please don't hesitate to reach out to our support team or refer to our CRM help guide for more information on setting up emails in your CRM. You can contact us at all of the contact information there on your screen. And if you have any questions, we're going to stick around for another 15 minutes, and our support team are going to be answering those questions for you. So please let us know if we can help you. Thanks for joining me today, and hope to see you on a webinar in the near future.